no, why is it sticking? This is 110 milliliters of milk. I'm using just regular milk. And these are the outside of 14 Oreos. So I guess we're gonna just combine everything. I mean, that's 2 out of 3 ingredients. So this better be easy. This is what I used to eat after school. In a bowl with a spoon. That explains so much. That was satisfying, I'm not even gonna lie. It is kind of giving the consistency of pancake batter, but also, what's the name of Spider-Man's nemesis? You know which one I mean? Venom. It's giving that. This is 1 teaspoon of baking powder, so we're gonna add that in as well. We're gonna combine this. I believe this is what's gonna make this fluffy, but this makes a very small amount of batter. Like, it's almost shocking. This is highly pigmented. My dentist would not approve of this, I'll tell you that much. And that is how you make the dough, and this is gonna be the sauce. So this is gonna go in the microwave, and that is it. So I'm gonna just pour this. Out of 14 Oreos, you literally get maybe 2 pancakes. Look at this. Maybe even a little bit more. This is like the average size of a pancake. And I feel like you can literally get 2. Like, that's it. Right? This one's too big. Please don't touch. Please don't touch. You basically get 3 pancakes. That's enough for 1 more out of 14 Oreos. I try never to think of calories, especially in these videos, but that has to be some kind of record. There's literally enough for 1 more. Let's try to find space for it. And the third one is not even a full-sized one. Look at this. This is all we got. We literally got 3 pancakes out of this. One of them is about to spill. I'm about to be so mad. But I mean, they look good, smooth, and professional. When do you turn them? Jump scare. Oh, no, not yet. You don't want a premature flip. Sip of coffee meanwhile. I know they might look horrifyingly dark. Now here's the flip side. You can burn them. Honestly, nobody will know until they taste it. I think this is ready for flipping. Oh my god, it looks so good. That looks like an IHOP professional pancake. The surface, it is smooth and like even. I'm just gonna do it because it looks so perfect. I don't want to ruin this. Okay, 1, 2. That worked out. It looks good. It is a very smooth pancake. I will give them that. It looks incredible. And it's rising. This one is strangely rising only in the middle. I believe this one is ready as well. It's just going to be way harder to flip because it's a lot bigger. 1, 2. That was pretty good. And now this one I think should be ready as well. Oh, it was not cooking on the outside. Okay, let's forget about the third one. Ooh, that's not... That's fine. So the Oreo filling is in the microwave now. It's ready. So I'm gonna plate the pancakes so everything will be ready right on time. So I'm gonna start with the biggest one in the bottom. As you can see, I mean, it's pretty good, the consistency. They look very smooth. Look at the texture of the surface. So I'm gonna do the biggest one in the bottom, and then this one I think looks a little bit better. So I'm gonna do this one on top. Let me pick which side. Ooh, the other one. Definitely the other one. So here we got our stack of pancakes. I mean, you technically get 3, but this one didn't work out very well. But honestly, they look good. That looks like something from IHOP. It's shockingly 2 ingredients. 3 ingredients. Like, what? Let's put the sauce on top and do the decoration. So this is the Oreo filling that I literally just microwaved, and it actually has tiny little bits of Oreo cookie in it still, which results in a really cool Oreo galaxy effect. And I'm just gonna drizzle this on top of the pancakes. Stop. This is beautiful. It's like the perfect consistency. Wait, I gotta show you. Look at this. Oh. This is honestly incredible. Also, this is just enough frosting for literally the 3 pancakes. Don't even get ideas. You get exactly... Man, that looks really, really good. That looks like straight out of the IHOP menu, except it was 3 ingredients. Now let's see what the texture in the middle is giving. If it's giving anything at all. Pretty good. It's soft. It's like cake. The best way to describe this, it's a dessert menu of a fast food place, which might sound appetizing to some of us, not appetizing to others, but it is the truth. So, yeah, it's good. I'm gonna say something really controversial. I actually don't care much about the topping, the Oreo creamy topping. I think it's actually too sweet. It tastes very artificial. The actual pancakes with the milk and the Oreos do not taste like fast food pancakes. They taste like nice homemade chocolate pancakes. Strangely, just don't trust me on this. Try it first and then you'll see it for yourself, because it's 3 ingredients. Honestly, no regrets. I'm glad I did it. It's solid. I might have made a slight mistake buying the ingredients for this video. I bought cream that doesn't whip. This is just cream that you add to food. I don't know how this makes sense, but it just won't whip. I've tried for 30 minutes. So we improvise. This is just some whipped cream in a can. This is actually my dog's treats. We're gonna use this. I mean, is it gonna work? Probably not, but we'll try. So this is some melted Biscoff that I just put in the microwave, and I'm gonna add around this much. Man, I would eat this as it is. I cannot control myself around Biscoff. Biscoff is my new Nutella. So I'm gonna mix this with the whipped cream. Please use real fresh cream, nothing from a can. It is what I have, you know? Is this even gonna work out? Maybe? I can't overly whip this, because it will all be gone. Wait, it kinda is working out. Okay, we need more Biscoff. Okay, that's good. That is beautiful. I cannot believe this actually worked out. So you can even use whipped cream for this. That looks very similar to what it did in the video. It is smooth, it is creamy, and most importantly, it's the right colors. Then we're gonna use some crushed up Biscoff cookies. These are the exact same ones they give you when you fly United Airlines. Sure, the door might come off mid-flight, but can you really complain when they give you one of these? We're gonna start with some Biscoff in the bottom. And by some, I mean the whole thing. Then we're gonna add our Biscoff cream mixture. I cannot believe this worked. I did not think it was actually going to work, but it is. It looks good. I'm as surprised as you are. I'm gonna move this around. I'm doing this in this glass so you can see all the layers. It's literally perfect. I don't know how I've done this. So I'm gonna crunch up one more. And we're gonna add one more. And you start to get these layers, which is what makes it look like you put a lot of effort into this, even though 3 ingredients. That looks like it would be a dessert at a restaurant in Italy. And I love that even using the whipped cream, we still kept this at 3 ingredients. Let's do one more. Now I think is when we're gonna do my rich layer, which is just directly melted Biscoff. So we're gonna do that on top. This is gonna be the best layer. Just straight up Biscoff. This is gonna be so good. A little surprise when you go in. Why is the gradient actually beautiful? Magnolia Bakery is probably crying right now. They're like, please don't ruin my puddings, because it's that good. Oh my god. We have done this. It is layered, it is beautiful, it's giving tiramisu, but 3 ingredients. And last but not least, I'm gonna crunch up some more. But this time around, I might not use all of them. This is the final touch. We gotta make this look good. That looks so good. Wait, it is giving tiramisu. Are you kidding me? It's literally giving tiramisu. And this is gonna be the cherry on top. Just a Biscoff cookie in the middle. Kind of like a Biscoff graveyard. Like, I've literally killed your companions and I've transformed it into multiple forms of it. This actually looks insane. Like, I'm not even joking. This looks so good. I don't know how I've done it, but I have. This does not have the right to be as delicious as it is. Wait, I know a best way to eat this. I'm going to scoop this up. Oh my god. you get everything. The crunchiness. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm really confident when I say this. This has to be the most delicious thing you can produce with 3 ingredients in the history of humanity. Like, this is insane. It is so good. And I think the fact that I used whipped cream made this extra rich. Give this a try, but if you do, make a big batch. I swear, everyone's gonna want a bite of this. I want a bite of this. And I made 1, so I'm gonna make this last. A 10 out of 10, honestly. So we're gonna need exactly 3 lemons. I think they cut it in half. This is not the freshest lemon in the world. Or the second. I was talking to someone in my family over Christmas and we were cutting lemons for like a recipe. And I go, do you know when you're cutting lemons and then you get a rash? And then it's quite intense and it kind of spreads throughout your whole arm. And you have to take an antihistamine pill and kind of hope that it goes away in the next 3 days. Funny how lemons work, huh? And they looked at me horrified. Long story short, I think I'm allergic to lemons. I'm still not sure. I shouldn't be doing this, but I am. Okay, this lemon is rotten. You know what? I always have backups. So we're gonna do 3 lemons. Okay, this one looks great. I don't know if they removed the seeds in the video, but this is gonna be blended, so I'm gonna assume not. I'm gonna use a blender for this, but I think, oh, this is so bad. I really hope I'm not allergic to lemons, because this is my worst nightmare. I'm gonna get a rash. It's gonna cover my whole body. How did they do this? Guys, this is just not possible, because I can't remove the shell. How do you scoop out a lemon? So this is in fact how they do it. I just don't think it's very easy for me. This is the worst thing I've ever had to do. It literally will not come out. Look, I cannot scoop nothing. I can just get juice out. What is going? Why are they lying to me? My lemons are not scoopable. I feel like I'm an idiot. What am I doing wrong? A different spoon, maybe? Let me try this with a tiny spoon. Maybe that will work out. Oh, I get it. Okay, never mind. I understand now. You're supposed to go around the white part of the lemon, not the squishy, juicy part. This doesn't make any sense, but it will make sense when you try it. Okay, that works. Okay, I get it now. Still not the easiest thing in the world, but it does work. I'm still gonna get a rash, but hopefully this is worth it. It is possible, not the easiest thing in the world, but you can get just the shell. I mean, that is really satisfying. This is missing information on this TikTok. They do not explain any of this. It's not that intuitive, you know? Scamming people in 4K. Anyways, I'm gonna finish this and I'll show you the result. So when you're done, you get the full lemon peel, and it's actually really easy to do this. Once you get the hang of the spoon on that white edge, not the squishy part, it's easy. And you get the inside of 3 lemons. So I'm gonna blend this. I think in the video they used a blender. I'm gonna use a food processor. I think it's the same. Looks about the same. Looks pretty good. Yeah, it's blended lemon. I don't know if this is gonna be delicious, but I'm trusting. So we're gonna assemble the whole thing. This is 200 milliliters of cream. Don't ask me why it's chunky. I don't know why it's chunky. But most importantly, I don't wanna know why it's chunky. A whole can of condensed milk, which might seem like a lot, but remember this has to balance the acidity of 3 lemons. So that kinda makes sense. Don't look, you know? If you're gonna say something, just don't look. Whenever I have someone over and they're watching me make a cake or like cookies or something, and I know they're judging the amount of sugar, like what do you want me to do? It's a cake, it's a cookie. Sugar goes into things. Or like when people taste something that is sweet and they're like, oh, I could never eat that. It's too sweet for me. It's a dessert. It's meant to be sweet. For this part, we gotta strain this because it's chunky, as you can see. And you don't want your dessert to be chunky. I love doing this. I could do this all day. It's very satisfying. So we're getting all the juice of the lemons. This feels wasteful. What all this stuff? I feel like that's it. I mean, there's nothing else coming out, right? Okay, I think that's pretty good. I mean, there is a lot of the lemon bits that are staying here, but I mean, nothing's coming out, look. Just a few drops. So I guess it's ready. Now they do this in a blender, so I'm gonna use an immersion blender just so that this is similar. My favorite thing so far is the fact that this doesn't need any cooking. What this does is it adds a lot of bubbles into the mixture, so it actually almost doubles in size. And you see how stiff it gets? I don't know if it's the cream being whipped, but it's pretty genius. Like, it's a great, like, moussey consistency, look. And once it goes in the fridge, I think it's going to solidify even more. This is really promising. A real promising 3-ingredient recipe, I think. The consistency is so interesting. Listen to this. Do you see all the bubbles in it? It becomes like, honestly, like a mousse. It's really weird. Almost like a yogurt mousse kind of consistency. It's strangely solid. The amount of effort that we put into this is not proportional to the result. The result is superior than the amount of effort, if that makes any sense. I'm gonna try to fill them all the same. There should be enough for all of it. Pretty good. It's about 2 spoons per lemon. These look incredible. Like something you'd get, I wouldn't say at a fancy restaurant, but at a good restaurant. Like slightly above Olive Garden, but not Gordon Ramsay. You know? Somewhere in the middle. You'd get this. And something about eating food in its own shell that is so morbid, yet I love. I'm gonna say something that people are gonna find disappointing. You do get extra. So you can eat it from here. This is what I call chef stacks. If you're cooking, if you're feeding the people, you deserve a snack while you're doing it. So enjoy. These look really good. I'm gonna put them in the fridge just to set. I don't know how long, I'm gonna say a couple hours, just to make sure this is gonna be at peak texture. But so far, really impressed with this. This is really easy. The payoff is incredible. Let's say a couple of hours in the fridge. So these have been in the fridge for, I'm gonna say 1 to 2 hours, which is probably not enough, but also I really wanna try it. We gotta pick our battles in life, and this is just not mine. I mean, it's pretty solid. This is like fully sideways, and it doesn't spill. So it is very much like a, look. Like, that's incredible with the fact that we made this in a blender. Can I put it upside down? It's really like a mousse. The texture of this, insane. I'm not using the reflection of my whole room. Are you kidding me? Not the FBI subscribers going to like zooming in on everything. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's like airy and silky smooth. Like, look at the bubbles. You can literally see the bubbles in there. Do you see the bubbles? This is my favorite dessert ever. I cannot believe how easy this was. I cannot believe that it's 3 ingredients. Truly, it tastes so fresh. It tastes like a lemon tree. It is the freshest dessert I think I've ever made. It is sweet, but not overwhelmingly sweet at all. The texture of it is insane. It reminds me of like panna cotta, like some kind of Italian dessert, except no effort. If you make this, don't tell anybody that it's 3 ingredients, because this tastes like fancy and like 10 ingredients at least. This is more than approved. Like, I was so many now as well. This is dangerous. I mean, it is here, and I'm here, so let's make the most out of it. I just want to say, the comment section was tearing this creator apart, because a lot of people have tried this and it failed miserably. Apparently, they have made scrambled green eggs. By the time I read the comments, it was too late. I already had the ingredients. So 2 eggs, 1 cup of spinach. I can't even begin to tell you how stupid it is to measure spinach in a cup. How do I even know this is the right amount? And a 1/4 cup of cottage cheese. I'm not the biggest fan of cottage cheese, however, I have found that trying recipes from TikTok with cottage cheese makes it a little bit better. Still not something I would buy if it wasn't for a YouTube video. So that kind of tells you everything you need to know about cottage cheese. That is it. That's the 3 ingredients. So we're gonna blend this and hope for the best. So let's see if this becomes a pancake crepe batter, wrap batter. You know what? Not bad, I think. Looks pretty similar to what the person has done. I do find it strangely liquidy, but I want to believe that this is going to work out. It is wet. This is a non-stick surface specifically made to make wraps and these kind of things. I've got the right tool for this and a spatula, so if this fails, it's not on me. Let's give it a try. Oh my god, that scared me. No. Okay, it's not perfectly round, but that's not the worst. I do think this might work out, you know? The only way this wouldn't work out would be it doesn't peel off, which would be crazy because it's a non-stick surface. Let's see. It smells pretty good, like scrambled eggs. Wait, it is working. Look, I can already lift this whole side. These people were giving this woman a hard time, but her recipe was perfectly fine. I can actually lift this really easy. I don't want to speak too soon. Oh, the only thing is this is quite big to flip, but I think it will work out. I mean, it worked perfectly, exactly the same way. Like, it's a wrap with 3 ingredients. I did not see this coming. This is the biggest plot twist in history. I didn't even prepare fillings for this because I didn't think this was gonna work out. Except it did, look at this. Like, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. Because we did it. Let's plan some fillings for this because this has worked out to perfection. The recipe is really good. I don't want anyone saying anything bad about this person, this content creator. This has worked. In fact, I'm gonna make the rest. I wasn't fully prepared for this scenario because I didn't think this would work out, but it did. Look, this is what I had in my fridge. We're gonna start with some red cabbage. I don't know, I had to use it. Honesty, always. It's been sitting there for so long, and the jar says to consume within 3 days after opening. It's been maybe 3 months. I'm gonna do some cheese, because something has to taste good here. It's a lot of veggies. Okay, why is this giving? And I'm gonna do a little bit of this salad mix. That's all I had left. And this is some salad dressing. Oh my god! Like, are you kidding me? This is beautiful. I never worked at Chipotle, but I think it goes this way. I want like an open-faced burrito kind of thing. I don't want it to be closed. Wait, no, I changed my mind. Oh, yes, this is what I want. And then we fold this way. I mean, we could have used a little more filling, but the idea is there and it works. You could even close this. Let's give this a try. That's delicious. Oh, it's probably salad dressing, but that is so good. Oh my god. I love the wrap. For me, this is a 10 out of 10. It is so delicious, I actually have no words. It tastes better than any wrap you can buy from the store. It's spinach and egg. Try this, please do. Just sugar and cocoa powder, but a whole lot of sugar, so somehow this recipe makes sense. So this is 185 grams of icing sugar. I've broken like 3 glasses this week, so that was a dangerous move. This is 40 grams of cocoa powder, and I know in the video they say it should be really good quality, but guess what? This is Walmart great value. It is what it is. You can't tell me how to live my life. You can only give me recipes. Now we're supposed to add 2 egg whites to this. I'm gonna do it directly in here because I believe in myself that much. If even a tiny little bit of yolk goes in, I don't think it really matters in this recipe because we're not whipping it. Okay. You know what? I did it. A tiny little bit of yolk went in, but it's fine. Just like really tiny. And also, I'm not gonna do anything with the yolks. I cannot be bothered right now. So I'm just being completely honest. Laying it all on the table. That's 2 egg whites. I really want to get every last bit in. That is it. These are the 3 ingredients that you need. I'm not exaggerating. These literally took me 30 seconds to put together. So we're just going to combine this until there's no lumps. One of the blessings of speaking English as a second language is the amount of languages that you can kind of understand when they're kind of similar. Italian, Spanish, because I grew up speaking Portuguese, I can kind of understand a little bit of everything, I swear. They're all kind of similar. No offense, but kind of similar. It's a very thick batter. Because of the amount of sugar in this, I wouldn't call this a cookie. I think this is like a meringue. So if you're familiar with a meringue, I think that's essentially what we're making. But obviously this is a meringue that's been marketed as a 3-ingredient cookie, which is fine. Life's not that serious, you know? That is smooth for the most part. It's quite a thick batter. I hope it doesn't spread out too much, because why was the one in the video not as runny? I measured everything. You know what, it is what it is at this point. So I've got some parchment paper and a metal tray, and hopefully this batter is not too runny, which it is. So I don't know if this is going to work out. I'm gonna try to do them perfectly round. These are kind of like macaroons actually, now that I think of it. Minus the almond flour. Actually nothing like it. I want to do 4, but do them huge. I think that'll be really satisfying. How do I make sure this is going to come out perfectly round? That was not meant to happen. It's really hard to do this without making a mess. Mine are not round, which is making me really sad, but it is what it is. I would say you get about 6 giant cookies out of this, which is actually pretty good because they spread out so much. I'm trying to cheat to make them perfectly round. And it is working. So I'm gonna finish doing this, and these are supposed to bake for 18 minutes. I don't know exactly the temperature, but just the standard baking temperature. You know exactly what that is. 350, I think that's it. Or 180 degrees Celsius. So that is it. These are sad looking cookies. I don't really know about this. Like, why does it look like somebody pooed their pants in preschool? That's what the aesthetic is giving. I'll show you what it looked like once we bake these for 18 minutes. Fingers crossed. These turned out really interesting. The shape of it is horrifying. But they look exactly the same as in the video. I spread out the batter wrong, and I want to see if I can get one of these out to show you. Ooh, this is very sticky. We're getting somewhere. Oh, I think they're going to be super chewy. Let's try this one. Maybe I should have not made them this big. Was that the mistake? Okay, this one, we have essentially made giant cookies. And look how they break. It's so interesting because they're so light, but huge. But not the prettiest. Some of it is stuck to the pan, but it's fine. I think they actually look really similar to in the video. It's just not perfectly round because I made them too big and they spread out weird. This looks like Ditto, which is my favorite Pokemon, so I am happy. Let's give this a try. I really thought I wasn't gonna like them. I thought it was gonna be like a meringue. But it's so chewy. Like, this would be perfect with a glass of milk. I don't know how it's crispy on the outside. Listen to this. But then, so chewy in the center. Look, the way it wants to stay together. Chewy and crispy. It actually tastes like a cookie. You know how I was being hateful and saying this is just a meringue? No. It's more like a cookie than a meringue. I think this tastes pretty good, actually. If you like a really sweet chocolatey cookie, this is definitely for you. If you like a crispy texture, there's no crispier than this. This is on the limit of crispy. It becomes crispy as it sits here. I think they're a lot easier to peel off now. I should have waited for them to cool down. I mean, if you gave someone this, they'd be like, what is this? What are you giving to me? Like, the ASMR of this is inside. Why is it literally disappearing? Have you ever seen a video of a raccoon eating cotton candy? That's what I feel like right now. I'm gonna title this Raccoon Eating Cotton Candy. I will never make this again, just because, I don't know, it's good. I have better chocolate recipes with like 5 ingredients that just taste better than this. But it's a fun thing. If you only have these ingredients at home, this is going to taste fine. You're going to be happy. And enjoy it with a glass of milk. I think it will elevate this, so approve. supposed to be 1 can of condensed milk. This has only been warmed up, and to this we're gonna add 1.5 cups of cocoa powder. Once again, I'm doing half the amount. I guess this is just to prevent any lumps, but I mean, this is supposed to become quite thick. Never in my life have I needed more of a 3rd or 4th arm than right now. Now, why is this cocoa powder hydrophobic? You know what? These days, I'm just glad it's not homophobic. Not the homophobic cocoa powder. That would be amazing merch. This is becoming caramelly. It kind of reminds you like a Brazilian brigadeiro dough. Promising. Not lumpy. So I'm just gonna do the whole thing. Oh, this is very satisfying. This is the most satisfying job. If all cooking would be like this, send me to jail and call me Martha Stewart. Oh my god, not this consistency being everything. Let's do the rest of the cocoa powder. I'm gonna do it all in one go. That's how much faith I've got in this. Why is that? Literal rocks. Oh, one of them fell into there. We'll be fine. I think if the condensed milk wasn't warm, this would be a little more difficult because it just helps this be more liquidy. Don't do this with cold condensed milk because I don't think it's gonna work out. So this is looking extra smooth. It is also too liquidy. This is supposed to be like a paste. I'm not sure when this is gonna come together, but I'm just gonna finish the rest of the cocoa powder. I'm just gonna break those rocks. Okay, we did the whole thing. Also what I feel like when I use them TikTok filters. Maybe this is supposed to cool down to solidify. We're gonna give that a try because right now it's still too liquidy. For 2 ingredients, not bad. I'm gonna maybe wait, maybe put this in the fridge for a little bit and I'm gonna show you if this solidifies a little bit more. Hopefully, yes, because otherwise this is a disaster. Hopefully now this is a lot more solid. I think it is. I mean, it obviously is. So I put this in the fridge for maybe 20 minutes and I think we got to the consistency that we wanted. This is still gonna be difficult to work this out, but I'll make it somehow. It's kind of like the filling of a brigadeiro consistency with no cooking, which works out. I've got a little bit of vegetable oil and I'm just going to kind of spread this on my gloves because I'm pretty certain this is going to be so sticky. This is going to be the only way this is going to work out. We got the marshmallows here and we got some cocoa powder on the side. But for now, I'm just going to do this part. So we're going to grab a scoop of this and... Okay, that kind of works, look. The vegetable oil definitely helps. Oh my god, please don't stick. This is not the easiest job in the world, I'm not gonna lie. Man, you gotta flatten it down, but not too much. And then we're gonna place the marshmallow in the center. Please tell me this is gonna... I mean, yeah, that kind of worked out. Oh my god, it's so sticky. Wait, this is working out? Okay, this is definitely the easiest way to do it. Just roll it around and... I mean, it worked. Let's put it on the plate. I am not touching this for too long. Oh no, why is it sticking? Maybe I need some parchment paper or something. So here we've got some oiled up parchment paper. I think it's gonna help this not stick. And I'm gonna try this. Come on, one more time. We gotta be able to make this. The marshmallow. I feel like it's just not set enough. Okay, let's go. Come on, we can do this. Why am I scared of this? All these years making slime for YouTube videos and I have no practice. I should have all the practice. I should have the most practice. So if this works, this part kind of works. But then I get too... it's getting there. It gets too thin too quick. What about now? Okay. Oh my god, that worked. Oh my god, that worked. That worked. It's not sticking. Perfect. Now we need the cocoa powder, which is here. This is too stressful. This is not worth the 3 ingredients. I'm just gonna go on and say it. Into the cocoa powder. Oh my god. Okay, now I need to put this on the table or something. I can't stop. I'm stuck doing this forever. I need to find a plate. Something. Okay, that kind of stopped moving now. No, it didn't. Let's roll it around one more time. And there it goes onto the plate. It should stay, but it's kind of melting. It's not sticking. That's a good thing. But I'm not sure about this. This is a lot of work. I'm gonna do a couple more, and then I'm gonna show you the result. But this might work. It's too much. I just don't think I'm here for all of this, you know? But I'll finish. I made exactly 4 marshmallow truffles before I got over it. The recipe works, but this is not for me. It's a lot of stickiness. I was overwhelmed. It kind of works, as you can see. You can't touch it for too long because if it gets warm, it becomes sticky again. But in general, it's not sticky. You also have a very limited amount of chocolate that you can use on the outside because if it's too much, it just spills. But I want to show you that we did it correctly, so I'm going to cut one of them in half. If we got this right, it should look exactly like it did in the video. I mean, it's pretty similar. So we're going to eat one of them. I want this to be not delicious because I never want to do this again. It's pretty delicious, but I don't know, it's really good. Why do I love it? Not me licking my fingers. It's a good treat, I'm not gonna lie. It's very sweet, it's condensed milk and very chocolatey. So if you like those things, you'd probably like this. I find this enjoyable. I would love one and then a coffee on the side. That would be an amazing combination. In fact, I have a coffee here. There's just something about it, you know? Something rich and then a little bit of coffee. But I'm gonna be honest, I would never make this again. It's just a nightmare of things going on. Even though it works, I hope it works for somebody else. Please, I'll let you keep this recipe. Anybody. So here we've got some macaroni pasta. I cooked it for 10 minutes and it's a little bit al dente still, and it kind of retained a little bit of the water. I don't know if you can see, there's definitely still some of that cooking water, which is weird. To this we're gonna add some evaporated milk. How do you open this? This is gonna explode. Isn't that how you open a grenade? Fire in the hole! Oh wait, I grabbed the wrong part. So now we're supposed to add equal parts of cheese and equal parts of evaporated milk. So I'm going to start with the cheese so then I don't think it matters. And then we're going to do equal parts of evaporated milk. I thought it was going to be thicker. But this is kind of like, oh, in the sense that it's like condensed milk cheese pasta. I'm so confused, but I'm going to mix this. Hopefully this comes together because I don't know. Maybe this needs to go in the stove a little bit longer because it's giving cheesy soup. Not in the best way. Do we keep mixing? Do we put it back in the stove? I mean, the pasta is still a little al dente. Should I give it 3 more minutes in the stove? Okay. So I cooked this for like at most 2 more minutes because it started to get thick really, really quick. And let me show you this. It's giving elevated Kraft mac and cheese. Why is it so creamy so quick? This was the quickest cheese sauce I've ever made. Like no flour, nothing, no milk. I mean, the one from a can. But just look how cheesy that is. 3 ingredients and it's kind of giving better than Kraft mac and cheese. Let's plate it. That's a pretty incredible consistency for mac and cheese. Wait, because I am impressed. It comes together in a minute. I made the perfect bowl of cozy fast food style mac and cheese in less than 10 minutes in 3 ingredients. Cool. And now we're gonna see if it was worth it. I'm obsessed with the texture. This is an exact replica of Kraft mac and cheese. The flavor is exactly the same. I don't even know what blend of cheeses I use. It resulted in the flavor and texture of Kraft mac and cheese. If this was a copycat recipe for Kraft mac and cheese, which nobody wants, this would be exactly the same. Okay, in my opinion, for me, I really like it. I would add some black pepper, maybe a little bit of garlic as well, a little bit of mustard, you know, just a kick. Maybe garlic. Garlic would be nice. Just a little dash of MSG. So I would change the whole recipe. It would go from 3 ingredients to 10. But for 3 ingredients, I mean, you're gonna get Kraft mac and cheese. Do you like Kraft mac and cheese? Do you want to make a slightly healthier version? I can't believe I'm saying that. Because, yeah, that's the bar is set underground. This is it. I mean, look at this consistency. I cannot believe this is possible with 3 ingredients. So, yeah, try it. Mac and cheese on a budget? That's a pretty good recipe for that.
3 ingredients: biscuits, 500 grams softened or melted margarine, 1 cup caster sugar, 5 cups of flour. And then mix it together. You know it's ready when it's no longer sticking into your hands. There we go. Let me pipe just a few so you can see you can still pipe these ones. So yeah, you see what I do there with the knife, just creating a little pattern. You see, nice, plain and simple. nice and delicious.
This is 1/4 cup of caster sugar, even though I think normal sugar would work just fine. This is 125 grams of butter or margarine. I immediately trust this recipe because they don't use an electric mixer, nothing, just a spatula. It's so satisfying when people just simplify things, you know? It's like, why is it not working? Why do I need a mixer? I'm not made for this analog life. I love when recipes cut all the BS in it. When a recipe asks you to put the dry ingredients on the side for no reason other than just you wasting an extra bowl, that I click out immediately. I return the cookbook, you know? Can we just make things easy? Just using a spatula to mix this is exactly what I want to do. Look, it works. Like, you don't need an electric mixer for this. I'm doing 1/4 of this recipe. So in the recipe, it was like an industrial batch. This is enough for like 2 people. This is some wheat flour, bread flour. I think that's what it's called. 156 grams. It's awkward measurements because I cut this into 4. That is the 3 ingredients that you need to make these cookies or biscuits or whatever you call them. Living in the UK and living in America has messed up my vocabulary in ways that I can't even begin to explain. I'm so scared of saying the wrong thing every day, like accidentally calling potato chips crisps in the wrong country. This keeps me up at night. So we're gonna keep on mixing this. I think this is kind of like a shortbread recipe, not a cookie technically. I think at some point the lady used their fingers as well. So I'm just gonna use my hands for this, even though it's kind of coming together already. But this will make it easier. It's very much giving shortbread. Yep, I would say this is ready. It literally took not even 5 minutes of mixing. You'll end up with a dough that kind of looks like this. It's still quite soft and wet, which I wasn't expecting. I thought it was gonna be more dry. I'm gonna grab this because we have to pipe this. I'm gonna make this into like a little log and I'm gonna place this directly onto my squeezable bag. Oh, I don't know how this is gonna work out, but it better work out. Twist it on this end and then, wait. This is why the dough is so smooth, because obviously it has to be pipeable. It can't be too dry. Everything going according to plan, I think. So I've lined up this tray with parchment paper and I'm just going to do my best. I'm going to try to do the kind of shapes they did on TikTok. There was some circular ones. Oh my god, this is actually really hard to pipe. I regret it already. You know what? It's something. This looks so sad. Let me do a couple more. Okay. Once again, it's something. It's getting better. Every time it gets a little bit better. I just don't know if it's enough. Time lapse. Okay, I'm sweating. I feel like some of them came out pretty good. Most of them not. So these are going to be my mini shortbread cookies. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with them. I'm going to bake them at 220 Celsius for 18 to 25 minutes. I have an incredible memory. How do I remember all this stuff? So I'll show you the result in just a second. Only make these if you want your house to smell like somebody's grandma's house, because that's what it smells like in my house right now. Here we've got our cookies. I mean, are you kidding me? That looks amazing. This also took a little bit less than 18 minutes. Like, I would say it was like 16 minutes because they're quite small, but they're kind of golden on the outside, but still kind of like chewy in the center. That looks like it came from a tin where your mom keeps all the stitching equipment and all cookies, and you've been fooled way too many times. Death to all of them. Not me wishing death on that was too much. For 3 ingredients, this is pretty incredible. So let's see. I want it to be like shortbread, so that is a good shortbread consistency. Not me giving you a shot of the crumb. Okay, let's give it a try. That's pretty delicious. It's not as buttery as a shortbread because it's not real butter, but it's lighter, so it's more addictive than shortbread. I could eat more of these. It's an amazing base recipe. First thing I'm thinking is dipping these in like chocolate, like half of them. That would be incredible. Adding chocolate chips, adding some pistachios, some pistachio butter, and then actual pistachios on top. That would be incredible. There's a lot you can do with it. For a base recipe with 3 ingredients, these are as good as it gets. I really mean that. There's not much improvement this needs with such few ingredients. 100% recommend. I think I would have baked them even less. I like the crunchiness on the outside, but it could be even less crunchy. I'm gonna grab a handful of raspberries. And yes, there are measurements for this recipe on the TikTok, but no, I'm not following them. I'm just going to mash these with a fork because you kind of want the juices to make this go pink. I want them to be as aesthetic. You know, this might be a good way to eat yogurt, especially Greek yogurt, which doesn't really taste that good normally. Raspberries are expensive now, so I'm trying to be stingy here. These TikTok recipes have often resulted in a waste of ingredients. I'm putting a lot of faith here on this creator. No amount of money would make me ever lie to my subscribers. I'm not just saying this to make myself sound better, but I genuinely would not be able to go to sleep at night knowing that I told you to spend your money on something that actually wasn't worth it, because I would be so mad if someone did this to myself, and the empathy just kicks in, you know? We're gonna add some Greek yogurt to this. I think we need quite a lot to fill up these molds. I believe they use maple syrup in the video, but my mom gave me this, I want to say homemade, can you say that about honey? It's like a local honey from one of my mom's friends, and it's really good. I put this in coffee, and it's delicious in iced coffee. I'm gonna use this instead. Also, it was free, because my mom paid for it. Men used to go to war, and now they wait for their mom to give them homemade honey. Okay, this is good. It's gonna be really sweet. And I'm gonna combine this. That is it. That is a beautiful color as well. Wait, that looks kind of amazing. It's like a raspberry galaxy situation going on. Also, I really want to taste this. Wow. I mean, the honey is doing all the heavy lifting, but it is delicious. It is really good. It could even have more honey, to be honest with you. I'm gonna do the rest of the yogurt because it's here. I'm gonna do a little more honey. Just this much. That looks pretty good. The last step is to fill up these molds. I've never used these. I always wanted to use these ice cream molds when I was little. And every time I would ask my mom, she'd be like, no, that makes a mess. Now I make my own mess and I clean up my own mess. And I think that's beautiful, you know? Okay, I think I made the actual right amount, which is crazy. Okay, I made exactly the right amount, which I am shocked. Also, I really didn't follow a recipe. And this is the very last one. It's a little bit messy, but we can clean this up later. We're gonna put the little lids on top, and I hope these expand a little bit to kind of fill up that gap. I'm not sure how this works. It is what it is. So these are gonna go in the freezer for, I'm not gonna lie, you kind of have to wait hours, almost like a full day, for these to fully solidify. I'll show them to you when they're ready, and hopefully these come off. I know this is not gonna work, but I want to believe so bad. Stay tuned. And here we've got our ice cream molds. They're really icy, see? Ice cream reveal. Okay, the color looks even better. It's more pink than before. This is promising. Why am I rubbing this like I'm about to ask for 7 wishes? This is not gonna come off. There is no way. How could this come off, you know? Maybe I need to melt them a little bit first. I think these are really solid. Did I say I never do the proper weighting? This time I did. No, it's not. Do I need a hairdryer? Maybe I do need a hairdryer, you know? I'm joking, but I think that's what's necessary here. This is why my mom didn't let me use these. They're a flop. I can't believe I'm doing this. They literally do not want to move. Okay. This has to be ready now, right? Come on, let's try the red one. Thank you, Dyson. Oh my god, this looks so good. I can't believe this is healthy. Let's give it a try. Ooh, tangy. It needed more honey. But delicious. Very fruity. So fruity. You know a silly, goofy joke is coming. You know what? It's good. It needs a lot more sweetener or something. It doesn't have to be sugar. Maybe more honey. But the most satisfying part is this. I said, don't let me down now in front of all these people. Don't let me down in front of all these people. Let's try the blue one. Dyson, we need you. Oh, it's so satisfying. I could literally do this all day. You know what? I might. You'd think that maybe it doesn't freeze because it's Greek yogurt instead of cream, but it freezes just fine. If you get one of these, I promise you, it actually works out pretty perfectly. Add more sugar than they did in the video, honestly. Go crazy with the honey, because when things are frozen, the sweetness always goes away, so you have to double sweeten stuff if you're gonna freeze it. So remember that. Can I bite this? I can, but should I?
You are missing out if you're not making the healthiest 3-ingredient cake that resembles Basque cheesecake. Let's go. In a bowl, add yogurt and 4 eggs. Whisk really well, and then optionally add in pure vanilla extract. Now add the cornstarch and mix it again. Pour it into a lined loaf pan and bake. Enjoy it with any toppings.
I've just realized this is supposed to bake for 50 to 60 minutes. That's like an hour of my day. But the ingredients are already measured, so it's too late now. We're doing it. This is some vanilla flavored Greek yogurt because it's already got sugar added to it. You could try this with sugar-free if you hate yourself. There are better ways to torture yourself, but sure. So this is 1.5 cups of yogurt, and to this we're gonna add 4 eggs. I like that there's no fancy equipment, like a spoon is fine for this. That is a chicken embryo, I think. I love protein. Either that or a little bit of poop. And honestly, I don't know which one I prefer. 4 eggs. It's gonna be quite an eggy recipe. Like, it's almost 50% eggs, 50% yogurt. Where's the deliciousness? It's definitely not the cornstarch. So I'm gonna mix this with yogurt. I'm not joking, there is a little bit of chicken embryo in here. I have to remove it. I can't live with myself eating this. I won't be able to. I gotta get this out. It's like an underdeveloped chicken. This is going to bake for a full hour, which I'm not thrilled about, but it is what it is at this stage. This is not the sounds you want to hear when you're mixing a cheesecake, but it's the sounds we got. Another chicken embryo? Tired and confused. This seems smooth enough. I mean, it's got like a yogurty texture. To this, I'm gonna add 5 tablespoons of cornstarch. I don't know if you're supposed to sift it first. I think they kind of just add it. If it's lumpy, well, it's lumpy, you know? And I'm gonna have to blend this, I think. Did they blend this in the video? Actually, it seems fine. It could be less lumpy for sure, but also, I don't really want to wash a blender right now. Is this another... What is going on? Why do these eggs have black things in them? I don't want to know. That is pretty random. It's actually not very lumpy, I'm not gonna lie. It kind of just dissolves eventually. There are a few lumps here and there, but nothing too alarming, so I'm gonna say I'm happy with this. I didn't even need a spatula. I got this tray that I lined with parchment paper. I'm just gonna pour it in here. I'm not crazy about the texture. It's very healthy looking and not very cheesecake-like. I don't know. It might be good. I'm keeping an open mind. This is gonna bake at 350 Fahrenheit for 50 to 60 minutes, so it's a long wait. I hope it pays off. I'm not even gonna attempt to show you this. It's just batter in a tin. Slightly underwhelming batter. I'll show you the result though. 1 hour later. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. When I got it out of the oven, it looked really good and puffed up, and then it kind of shrank, but that kind of happens with cheesecake, so I don't know, it smells really good. It smells very intense of vanilla, so it's kind of promising, you know? Oops. Okay. Wait, why does it look like an omelette? I was promised a Basque cheesecake, but I got an omelette. It's very omelette-y. It might be because it's still warm, so I'm just gonna cut 1 slice. Let this slice so you can see. Let's cut just 1 slice. I mean, it does cut really nicely. There's a slight omelette-ness to it. But, wait, the slice of it, it's kind of giving Basque cheesecake? I don't know. I want to believe. Let's give this a try. It's really healthy. It's just yogurt, eggs, and cornstarch. It's strangely delicious. I would have added even more sugar to it, even more sweetness, maybe maple syrup a little bit more, but I really like it. Like a lot. It's different than a cheesecake. It's not as creamy and rich. I could eat a lot more of this, but the vanilla flavor from the yogurt, it's really powerful. Go for a really powerful sweet yogurt, like a really rich one, and you might really like this. Honestly, this is gonna be my breakfast tomorrow when I wake up. It's not a 10 out of 10, but it's good enough and easy enough that I would make it again. So, I like it. You know, I really want to try a recipe. I really believe in a recipe when I go and get the big guns. And by that I mean I move this from the depths of my cabinets. Frozen strawberries, I'm kind of guessing how much this is gonna need. So this is supposed to be like a scoopable consistency, almost like a smoothie bowl, like an acai kind of situation. I'm gonna see how much milk I need. So this is a mango, frozen mango, and this is some regular cow milk because it's my favorite, it's cheaper, everybody's winning, except for the cows. A moment of prayer for the cows. Let's do a splash of milk to begin with. And then see where it's going, see if we need more. I want this to be scoopable. This is gonna make so much noise. Not a small earthquake. Okay, it needs a lot more milk. I need a whole lot more than this. My neighbors are gonna be so mad. This is not blending. And this is the most expensive blender there literally is. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't. So I'm gonna just do a whole lot more milk because I think it's more than I was thinking. Something's not working here. Yes. Okay, we got there. Mine could be even a little bit smoother, but trust me, oh my god, this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Look how satisfying that looks. So when I get this out, this better be like scoopable. That's what I wanted. Ooh, I made a lot. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh wait, this looks so good. It's like an acai bowl, except a lot cheaper than an acai bowl. Oh, I like this consistency. Let's give it a try. No, it tastes like fish. That's not it. Something tastes like fish. It literally tastes like, was the fruit next to the salmon in my freezer? Oh, in the sense that I can't eat this. It tastes like the oil part of a can of tuna. It's fruity and fishy. Not for me. I gotta pass. One more time. Nope, that literally tastes like fish. I don't know how I've done this, but I have. The thought was there and the consistency was there, but that's about it. And that was it for this video, guys. This video, more than ever in this series, we went on a journey. They kind of went very high highs and very low lows. If you liked it, don't forget to give the video a like. And I really mean this. It's just not something I say for engagement or whatever. Like, I literally don't care about that. What I care about is me knowing if you like this enough for more episodes, you know? Because like sometimes people don't like the video or don't comment on the video and then they'll message me on Instagram like, where's the rest of the series? And I'm like, I thought you didn't like it. What do you mean? You didn't tell me you liked it. So please tell me you like it in the comments by giving it a like, by subscribing, switching the notifications on. Those are the ways that I measure how much you like the video and if you want another one of those. So thank you to those of you who are here engaging. I love you guys and I will see you on my next video. Bye bye.